Hey, in this video, I want to share two real large misconceptions about reverse mortgages. Number one misconception is that you're no longer going to own your home and you got to give it over to the bank. No. The other misconception is that they're only for people that are destitute. Another one, wrong. Um, More and more affluent clients are starting to use these as a retirement strategy. Now, let's say that your retirement plan doesn't work, or the market's starting to change. Well, then you've got some choices. You could either take out a traditional home equity line of credit, and with that, that's going to have monthly payments on it. The other thing that you could do is you could sell the home, or you could start pulling from your assets. And now I am not a financial planner. I'm not licensed for that. But I can tell you, if you start pulling from your assets, as the market is going down, you're missing out. You're missing out on that money sitting there and recuperating. And sometimes at 70 or 80 years old, you don't have time for that money to recuperate. One of the beauties of reverse mortgages is that if all of a sudden the market just went kaput, like it did back in '07, '08, '09, if you were around during that time, and I had a home equity line of credit back then, our lender at that time was Chase. Chase sent us a letter and said, due to economic conditions, we are closing your line of credit. I was shocked because I needed that line of credit at the time for what was going on in the mortgage industry back then. And they closed it on me. Now, with a reverse mortgage, the equity line increases. And regardless of if the market tanks and the value goes down, in 10 years, that money can ultimately multiply itself. And it's one of those that is, even for me in the industry and learning these more, a $200,000 line of credit in 10 years can ultimately turn into 400,000. 10 years later, or at the end of 20 years, that could turn into $800,000. So it not only is it something that can help to be an asset that can accrue, it's also something that you have the ability to take out. We are going to be putting on some additional consumer webinars as well as those for financial professionals. It's going to be a little bit before we get these scheduled. If you'd like to be added to that list so that you don't miss the announcement, just DM and send reverse. I'd also like to stop calling it a reverse mortgage and call it a retirement mortgage. I think that is a much better way to call it. I think reverse mortgage just has such a negative connotation from years ago, but hey, I can't change everything. So again, if you'd like to be added to that webinar list, whether you're a financial professional or whether you're a consumer, just send a message reverse, and this way you won't miss out. Thanks for watching.